Hello, fellow responsibly armed Americans. My name is Tim Schmidt. I am the founder and president of the United States Concealed Carry Association. I'm also the publisher of Concealed Carry Magazine. And of course, my alter ego, Tactical Tim. Okay, welcome to this week's video. Today, I'm just going to be offering a brief video that answers a very common question that obviously I get a lot since it's common. But recently this came in through the blog. The question is, Dear Tim, does living your life in condition yellow mean that you have to be constantly paranoid? All right, this is a good question, but I've got an even better answer for you. So, I guess before I start though, I just want to share a quick story about my youngest son. His name is Sten, and he's 10 years old. Yes, I did actually name him after the gun, which is pretty cool that my wife let me do that. So I got that going. So the story. So probably 3 weeks ago, we were in a restaurant and were we in the restaurant? Actually, no, we were at our house and we were having dinner as a family, and we recently kind of reconfigured our kitchen table. We used to have a rectangular table, now we have a circular table, so the actual positions of who sits where is a little bit dynamic. And so we're all sitting down, and I purposely, of course, sat in the corner with my back to the corner of the room so I could see both entrances, which is, I'm sure that all of you guys do the same thing. It's just a natural reaction to preparedness. And my 10-year-old son, who's a little bit of he always has wise comments. He kind of looks over at me and says, condition yellow, huh? And I looked at him and I said, where have you heard that before? And he said, what are you talking about? I read the magazines you put on in the living room all the time. So here, my 10-year-old son has been reading, the issues, every new issue that comes out. Of course, I throw it in the living room, and Sten's been reading these things, and he knew all about condition white, condition yellow, condition orange, condition red. So I guess the moral of the story is that obviously my son Sten is a pretty perceptive young fellow. And number two, it's amazing how much kids pick up. So that's obviously just a little blessing on the side there. Okay, back to the question. So Tim, does living your life in condition yellow mean you're paranoid? I like to first start out by saying that paranoia and preparedness, there's a very fine line between them. And you can live a prepared life and not ever feel paranoid. So the best way to explain this, of course, is Colonel Cooper's color codes, which, of course, first one is white. And white, of course, is the two words that explain the condition white is unaware and unprepared. For an example of, okay, Tim, what does the person in condition white look like? Well, just walk outside, go in any big city, and you can see people walking down the street. They're all over the place, right? They got their earbuds in. They're either talking on the phone, they're texting and walking at the same time. I mean, they are completely oblivious to their surroundings. That is condition white. You have no idea what's going on. You're totally focused on your own internal world, and quite frankly, you are a perfect target for a bad guy. So that's condition white. Condition yellow, two words that describe that the best, are relaxed and alert, right? So you're not paranoid, but you're taking in all your surroundings. And it's amazing that you do this for 30 days in a row, and pretty soon it becomes a habit, and you just naturally are always aware of your surroundings. I talked before about Sten's story, sitting in the corner of a restaurant, being so that your back's to the wall so you can see the windows and all the entrances. That's just a natural thing that I do now because, and quite frankly, if I have to sit on the other side, it makes me very uncomfortable. And so that condition of relaxed and alert is really, it's the ultimate condition to live in because you're always aware of your surroundings. It's easy to identify threats, and even more importantly, you come off as a person that knows what's going on, and so the bad guys are going to naturally avoid you because they can tell that you're aware of them. Okay, next is condition orange, and that's the two words that describe that are specific alert, meaning that something has happened while you're in condition yellow, and you're like, whoa, that could be a problem. Now maybe it's not a problem, maybe it is. Maybe you see someone coming to the entrance of a store or of a restaurant, and they're acting just different. All right, and so you've alerted to that specific potential threat, but nothing bad has happened yet. So that's condition orange. And of course, condition red is when that condition orange has alerted you to something and it turns out that it is bad. Now you're in fight mode, all right? And so now, the adrenal stress response starts to kick in, and your natural training, ultimately your lowest level of training starts to take over, and you're essentially fighting for your life. Another thing that I like to say is that living in condition orange is the luxury of living in condition yellow. People that live in condition white, first of all, they never experience condition yellow, and they never experience condition orange. They go right from white all the way to red, simply because they were never aware of the threat in the first place. They're the guy that's walking down the street, texting on his phone, looking down and walking at the same time, and all of a sudden, he gets cold cocked, or someone grabs his wallet, or who knows what happens, but that's what happens. So the overall summation of this is that living in condition yellow, does it mean you're paranoid? Of course not. It simply means that you're responsible, and you're prepared, and you're ready for anything. It's what all of us do. And for those of you who are new to this, I welcome you to the fraternity of the people that live in condition yellow. All right, that's all for today. I'll try to remember some more Sten stories, because trust me, there's a ton of them. He's a hilarious kid. But that's all I got for today. Take care and stay safe.